Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first open session of week 2. I'm very glad to be here with you today in this first session of week 2. In today's session, guys, we'll see how to participate in the learning forum of this week. I will give a brief explanation of what you have to do for the integrating activity number 3 and the integrating activity number 4. And finally, we'll talk about some general issues. Remember, guys, that if you want to participate, you can do that by activating your microphone or by making a question or a comment in the chat anytime you want. I am very glad to hear you and to see that you are participating during the session, guys. So feel free to participate anytime you want during the session, just by activating your microphone or by making a question in the chat box. You can use the chat box to participate during the session. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to this session. Let's start now. What do we have to do in the forum? I have to tell you guys that yesterday night I was checking the learning forum of this week, and only one person has participated. So I sent a message to each of you in which I invite you to participate in this learning forum. Remember that the more you participate, the more you practice your English, the better command of the language you will have. So the learning forum is a good opportunity to put into practice your fluency, your grammar, your vocabulary. So I invite you to participate in this learning forum. And let's see what it is about. What is the learning forum about? Here we have general objective of the learning forum of week 2, that is describing and locate, identify that you use in your everyday life, and also tell me about a place, an interesting place in the city or town where you live. So this is the main objective of the learning forum of week 2. What about the specific objectives of this forum? You have to tell me about an attractive site or attractive place in the city or town where you live. Then mention some objects that you use in your everyday life and you have to describe them. And finally, you have to ask questions to your classmates in order to share information or to expand information about the place or about the objects that you have talked about in the chat. So these are, guys, the main things that you have to do in the learning forum of week 2. So let's see how you're going to do that. First, think about a place where you live, an attractive place, and you have to describe it and mention in a very general way where it is, how to get to that place, and maybe you can use some adjectives to describe the place. I'm going to give you an example that you can find already in the Learning Forum. In the city of Toluca, there is a botanical garden. It is called Cosmovitral. Its building is big and old, and it has colorful stained glasses. In the botanical garden, there are a lot of plants and an artificial lake. It is between Lerdo and Santos de Gollado Street in the center of Toluca. It is opposite the Fundadores Park. You can't miss it. So as you can see, this is a brief description of the botanical garden that is in the center of Toluca, and it's called Cosmovitral. In the Learning Forum, guys, I put a picture of the Cosmovitral so that you can see the botanical garden. You can see a picture of the botanical garden. And then in your second participation, you have to mention from 2 to 3 objects that you use in your everyday life. For example, in my everyday life, I use a mobile phone, a laptop, and a yoga mat. My mobile phone is quite new and it's in my bag now. My laptop is usually on my desk and my laptop is usually on my desk and it is useful and practical. And my yoga mat is rolled and it's inside my closet now and I use it to do Pilates. Okay, I use it to do Pilates. So first, guys, you are going to tell me three things that you use in your everyday life. For example, in my case, my mobile phone, my laptop, and my yoga mat. And then you are going to use adjectives to describe those things that you use in your everyday life, like a new, all, interesting, beautiful, economical, etc. And you can also tell me where it is. For that, I expect you to use prepositions of place. You can also use prepositions of place when you tell me where the objects that you use in your everyday life are. So here we have my mobile, my laptop, and my yoga. And the adjectives that I use for my mobile phone is new. And it's in my bag. So that is a preposition I'm using. My laptop is on my desk. And I use 2 adjectives to describe my laptop, useful and practical. And my yoga mat is rolled. This is the adjective that I use to describe my yoga mat, is rolled. And it's inside my closet. I use it to do Pilates. In the last one, I am telling you the purpose. You can tell me about the purpose of the things or of the objects that you use in your everyday life. So that is in your second participation. What about in your third participation or your third entry? Well, someone asked me these questions. Is the Cosmovitral near your house? How often do you use your yoga mat? Look, they are asking me about the place that I described in the forum, the Cosmovitral. Is the Cosmovitral near my house? Yes, it is. It's 10-minute walk from my place, guys. Solo está a 10 minutos de donde yo vivo, el Jardín Botánico. So the Cosmovitral, that is a botanical garden, is near your house? Yes, it is. It is 10-minute walk from my place. How often do you use your yoga mat? Well, I use it 3 times a week. 3 times a week because I take Pilates classes 3 times a week. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I use it 3 times a week. Estos son algunos ejemplos de preguntas que les pueden hacer a ustedes. Depende del lugar que hayan descrito y los objetos que hayan presentado. So basically, guys, this is what you have to do in the learning forum of with through. Remember, in order to complete your participation in the learning forum, you have to make 3 entries. Van a ser 3 aportaciones en el foro para que su participación esté completa, ¿ok? Describir el lugar, el objeto o los objetos y después, describir el lugar, luego los objetos y finalmente hacer preguntas a su compañero y contestarlas. Ya sería como en la 4ª participación. Bueno, si alguien les hace preguntas, las contestan. Si no, ustedes les hacen preguntas a alguien más para que ustedes completen su participación número 3. And now, guys, let's look at integrating activity number 3, be my guest. Be my guest, it's expression, guys, that has 2 meanings. We have idiomatic meaning and a literal meaning. This can be considered as an idiomatic expression. ¿Qué sería una expresión idiomática? Bueno, una expresión idiomática es lo que nosotros le llamamos modismo en español. Bueno, ¿y qué es un modismo? Un modismo es una frase que tiene un significado más allá del significado literal. Por ejemplo, tenemos un modismo muy, muy antiguo que es colgar los tenis. Dices, mi perrito colgó los tenis ayer. Colgar los tenis es morir. Entonces, ese es un modismo y lo podemos utilizar en diferentes contextos. Y bueno, normalmente los modismos son informales. Igual, como se dice modismos en inglés, idioms. Y los modismos son informales. Bueno, en este caso tenemos be my guest. Tiene 2 significados. Uno que es el literal, que es sé mi invitado, que es el que vamos a utilizar en este contexto, sé mi invitado. Y el otro, el significado que va más allá, el significado idiomático, quiere decir adelante, por supuesto. Por ejemplo, tú dices, alguien te pregunta, oye, ¿puedo sentarme aquí? ¿Puedo tomar este lugar? Y tú dices, of course, be my guest. Be my guest quiere decir adelante, sin problema. Lo podemos usar también para ese contexto. Bueno, aquí les pongo las especificaciones muy generales que vienen en las instrucciones. Y bueno, tenemos unos ejercicios para practicar el there is y el there are y las preposiciones del lugar, ¿ok? Vamos a ver el there is y el there are. Vamos a darle clic a esta liga que viene aquí. Se las voy a pegar en el chat. Ustedes lo único que tienen que hacer, chicos, es darle clic a la liga y la pueden hacer a la par conmigo, ¿ok? Vamos a darle clic a la liga que les acabo de pegar en el chat. So let's give a click to the link, guys, and let's see what happens. We're going to open that link. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer con esta liga? Bueno, vamos a abrirla y vamos a practicar el uso del there is y el there are. Antes que veamos la actividad integradora 3, tenemos que saber si podemos utilizar el there is y el there are de una manera correcta. Entonces, lo que ustedes van a ver en esa liga es lo que les voy a mostrar en pantalla en un momento. So here, guys, we have there is and there are. There is and there are. What do we have here? ¿Qué significa there is y qué significa there are? Well, in Spanish, there is and there are. Hay. Eso significa hay. Pero ¿cuál es la diferencia entre el there is and there are? What's the difference? That we use there is for singular nouns and there are for plural nouns. Singular nouns and plural nouns. For example, a t-shirt on the bed, 2 books on the floor, a scarf on the floor, 4 pictures on the wall, many books on the shelves, a book on the bed, a laptop on the floor, some papers on the floor. So, any volunteer who would like to participate in today's session? ¿Quién quiere participar con la primera? ¿Qué pondrían aquí, chicos? What can you put in the first one? There is or there are?
There is.
There is, yeah. Very good. There is a t-shirt on the bed. Look at this. This room is very untidy. It's very, very messy. Vean que este cuarto es muy desordenado. Está muy desordenado. Está desorganizado, ¿sí o no? In English, we can say that the room is very untidy or the room is very messy. So there is a t-shirt on the bed and 2 blocks on the floor. 2 books on the floor. So what do you say, guys? There is or there are? There is or there are? Well, here maybe I have some. There are, okay, Marisol and Itzel are telling us that we write there are. A scarf on the floor. Look at this. This is a scarf. So there is or there are, guys?
There is.
Ajá. Vean que cuando uso there is, normalmente uso el artículo a, pero solo lo utilizo para sustantivos en singular, o sea, uno, contables. ¿Puedo contar una playera? Sí. ¿Puedo contar una mascada o una bufanda? Sí. Entonces, por eso le pongo a t-shirt, a scarf. 4 pictures on the wall. 4 pictures on the wall. What do you say, guys? Very quickly, tell me. There are or there is 4 pictures on the wall?
There are.
Yeah, there are 4 pictures on the wall. They look like mirrors, don't you think? Se ven como espejos, vean. They look like mirrors. We cannot see anything on the pictures, but anyway, they are pictures. Many books on the shelves. Many books on the shelves. ¿Hay o no hay muchos libros en las repisas? Sí hay, ¿no? Hay libros.
Igual es there are, ¿no?
Yes, there are. There are, and a book on the bed. This is an open book on the bed. So is
There is.
right? There is, okay. And then a laptop on the floor. Look at this. The same is singular, so we say there is. Some papers on the floor. Some papers, look at this. They are scattered on the floor. Están regados en el piso. Vean, there are some papers. Vean que después del there is, aquí normalmente tengo el artículo indefinido a. Pero ¿qué pasa cuando yo utilizo el there are? Bueno, tenemos aquí, después del there are, yo puedo poner un número específico, por ejemplo, 4, 5, 7, 20, etc. En este caso, 4 pictures. También puedo poner many cuando estoy hablando de sustantivos contables en plural y que son muchos, digo, there are many books. Y cuando son algunos o algunas, también puedo utilizar el some papers para sustantivos contables en plural. And now we have here questions with there is and there are. ¿Cómo formulamos una pregunta con there is y there are? Bueno, pues necesitamos el verbo ser o estar, que es el auxiliar. Entonces, por ejemplo, are there any eggs in the fridge? Are there any onions in the fridge? Is there any lettuce in the fridge? Is there any milk in the fridge? Are there bananas in the fridge? Is there a cake in the fridge? Are there any lemons in the fridge? Is there any pizza in the fridge? Vean que estoy hablando de huevos, estoy hablando de cebollas, lechuga, leche, plátanos, pastel, lemons, quiere decir limas. En inglés decimos limas como lemons. Y entonces, ¿cómo se dicen limones? Limes. Sí, limones, los que conocemos, los verdecitos, se dicen limes. ¿Okay? Y lemons no son limones, chicos. Lemons se traduce como limas. Y después tenemos pizza. Entonces, ¿cómo contestarían la primera? Are there any eggs in the fridge? Any eggs in the fridge? ¿Hay huevos en el refri? ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí hay? Sí. Entonces, decimos, yes, they are. Es una yes, no question. So, are there any eggs in the fridge? Yes, they are. Are there any onions in the fridge? ¿Hay cebollas en el refri, chicos? Vean. Are there any onions in the fridge? Anybody wants to answer the question? ¿Quién quiere contestar? Yes or no? Are there any onions in the fridge? Yes, they are. Are you sure? Bueno, vamos a poner que sí. Yes, they are. Next, is there any lettuce? Lettuce in the fridge. ¿Hay lechuga en el refri? Vean, acá abajo se ve algo verde, pero no sé exactamente si es lechuga. Creo que no es lechuga. Vamos a ponerle que no. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Next, is there any milk in the fridge? Milk. Milk. Is there any milk in the fridge? Milk, ¿es sustantivo contable o no contable? Vean que no tengo el artículo indefinido a milk. Por lo tanto, milk y todas las bebidas no son contables, chicos, en inglés. O sea, en inglés yo no puedo decir una leche, dos leches, tres leches, pero sí puedo decir un litro de leche, un cartón de leche, eso sí puedo decir. Pero cuando hablo de leche así en general, o jugo, o agua, o té, o refresco, no son contables. Y los sustantivos no contables también se llevan con there is en singular. Pero en este caso, bueno, lo tenemos en pregunta. Is there any milk in the fridge? ¿Hay leche en el refri? Creo que sí, ¿no? Entonces decimos, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Next. Are there bananas in the fridge? Are there bananas in the fridge? ¿Sí o no, chicos? Are there bananas in the fridge? What do you say? Are there bananas? Yes or not? We say yes, yes there are. Yes there are. Is there a cake in the fridge? ¿Hay un pastel en el refri? Creo que sí, vean. Entonces digo, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Are there any lemons in the fridge? ¿Hay limas en el refri? Aquí se ven como algo verde atrás de las zanahorias, vean. Pero no sé exactamente si sean o no. Vamos a decir que sí. Yes, there are. And then, is there any pizza in the fridge? ¿Hay pizza en el refri? No. No, there isn't. And then, guys, true or false. Vamos a escuchar este ejercicio. Ustedes me dicen sí, si es verdad o no. Are you ready? So let's listen the first one.
There are 2 windows in the classroom.
¿Sí lo escucharon, chicos? Can you hear it?
There are 2 windows in the classroom.
Yes, guys, did you hear it? ¿Sí lo escucharon, chicos, o no? Tell me, guys, did you hear it?
There are 2 windows in the classroom. 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 There are 2
True or
windows in the
false?
classroom.
Is
There are 2 windows in the classroom.
I cannot
There are 2
see it.
windows in the classroom.
No sé, pero no lo puedo.
There are 2 windows in the classroom.
Next.
There are 3 tables in the classroom.
One more time.
There are 3 tables in the classroom.
True or false, guys?
There are 3 tables in the classroom.
True. Areli says true. Next.
There is a ball on the floor. There is a ball on the floor.
True or false?
There is a ball on the floor.
Anybody wants to tell me?
There is a ball on the floor.
True or false? Marisol says true. Okay. Next.
There are 13 chairs in the classroom. There are 13 chairs in the classroom.
There are 13 chairs in the classroom. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
false,
13 is false. Next.
There are 5 children in the classroom. There are 5 children in the classroom.
True or false?
false,
False. There is nobody. Next.
There is a computer in the classroom. There is a computer in the classroom.
true,
False. True.
There is a picture on the wall. There is a picture on the wall.
There is a picture on the wall. True or false? True or false, guys? There is a picture on the wall. No, there isn't any picture. Vean, nada más hay un reloj, ¿no? Entonces es false. Aquí su compañero nos dijo Itzel and Jasmine. It's false. Next.
There are 2 biscuits on a table. There are 2 biscuits on a table.
There are 2 biscuits. Recuerden que en inglés británico es biscuits. En inglés americano, cookies.
There are 2 biscuits on a table.
There are 2 biscuits on a table. Hay 2 galletas en la mesa. There are 2 biscuits on a table. So, is true or false? Creo que sí es verdad. Vean, aquí están las galletas. So, Mónica says true. Ok. Ahora vamos a darle clic a finish. Recuerden que en finish, we have 2 possibilities. Check my answers and email my answers to my teacher. Si le dan email my answers to my teacher, you have to write your full name, your group, that is 044, the school subject, module 6, and here you are going to write my email address. My email address is aribonna@gmail.com. Or you can only check your answers. Vean, el ejercicio nos puso 8. ¿Por qué? Bueno, porque contestamos, ¿are there any eggs in the fridge? Sí, hay huevos. Yes. Pero aquí hay un error, chicos. ¿Cuál es el error? Que en lugar de there, yo puse they. Yes, there are. Porque si me están preguntando con are there, tengo que contestar con la misma estructura. Entonces, vean, ahí un error. Yes, they are. Es yes, there are. Are there any onions in the fridge? La respuesta era negativa. No, there aren't. Is there a cake in the fridge? Yes, there is. Pero ¿qué me faltó en la respuesta, chicos? Vean, me faltó algo ahí. La coma. La coma después del yes. Is there a cake in the fridge? Yes, there is. Are there any lemons in the fridge? Bueno, aquí la respuesta era negativa. Tendríamos que haber puesto no, there aren't. Ok. Bueno, ¿cuál fue el propósito de este ejercicio? Bueno, que ustedes sepan utilizar el there is, el there are en su forma negativa, en su forma afirmativa y en su forma de pregunta. Bueno, vamos a regresar a la presentación, chicos. We also have the prepositions of place. Prepositions of place. Vamos a ver. The exercise about prepositions of place. Bueno, les pongo la liga de los ejercicios, del ejercicio para practicar prepositions of place. Look, we have prepositions of place. Complete the sentences with the prepositions in the box. There is some pizza in the box. Vean que aquí utilizo otra vez el there is, pero estoy diciendo pizza. La pizza en general es un sustantivo no contable. ¿Por qué? Podemos contar rebanadas de pizza, podemos decir en español 1, 2, 3 pizzas, pero en inglés la pizza se considera no contable, como el pan. Entonces, para los sustantivos no contables utilizo el there is. Por ejemplo, hay pizza, there is some pizza. Hay agua, there is some water. Hay jugo, there is some juice. Hay jamón, there is some ham. Hay queso, there is some cheese. ¿Ya vieron cómo utilizar el there is some? Some es para cuando en plural también lo utilizo, pero en sustantivos contables plural, pero también lo utilizo con sustantivos no contables en singular. Entonces, hay pizza o hay algo de pizza. Así se puede traducir. In the box. Ahora, ¿quién me da la segunda? There is a guitar, the lamp and the plant. Las preposiciones que tenemos behind, next to, in front of, over, in, on, between, and under. There is a guitar, the lamp and the plant. Vean. There is a guitar. This is the guitar. ¿Dónde está la guitarra? Entre la lámpara y la planta. ¿Cómo dirían eso en inglés, chicos? Hay una guitarra entre la lámpara y la planta. Anybody? Any volunteers? ¿Algún voluntario, chicos? Any volunteers? What is the guitar? The guitar is between the lamp and the plant. Así lo decimos también en español. Está entre la lámpara y la planta. The guitar is between the lamp and the plant. There are two dogs. Where are the dogs? ¿Qué preposición utilizarían aquí? Vean los perros. These ones. Where are the dogs? Any volunteers? Where are the dogs? The dogs. The dogs are under the table. Next, there is a window, the sofa. Vean que hay una ventana atrás del sofá. Entonces, ¿cómo decimos atrás? Behind the sofa. Next, there is a racket, the back. There is a racket, the back. ¿Cómo dicen al lado de la mochila? So we say there is a racket next to. Next, there is some cheese. There is some cheese. Vean, hay algo de queso sobre un plato. There is some cheese on a plate. There is a rug. Un tapete. ¿Dónde está el tapete, chicos? There is a rug in front of the sofa. Next, there is a lamp. Vean, ¿dónde está la lámpara?
It's next to the guitar.
Is in front. Well, next to. Ajá.
Between.
Vean, aquí tengo, there is a lamp. Bueno, no estaba compartiendo la pantalla. Pensé que ustedes también me estaban siguiendo porque ya abrieron la liga, pero bueno, gracias por avisarme. Ahora sí ya la podemos ver. Y tenemos, there is a lamp, the shelf. There is a lamp. ¿Dónde está la lámpara? Abajo de la repisa, ¿no? Entonces tenemos que decir behind, no, under the shelf, under the shelf. There is a trophy. Vean el trofeo, ¿dónde está? Where is the trophy? This is the trophy. And the trophy is